Let's go to the Boss Firearms Hotline and talk to a guy that I've never had the privilege of talking to, but I've watched him, and I think the people at TexAgs would say that my defense is very similar to our next guest because I shut fools down. Alex Caruso joining us here on the program. I take on 5'4" guys. You take on 6'8" guys. Alex, welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Good to meet you.
Hey, thanks for coming on the show. Let's talk a little bit about Monday. You've got your Alex Caruso Foundation golf tournament at Miramont Country Club. Talk to me a little bit about how it all came together.
Yeah, so for a couple of years now, I've been trying to get the Alex Caruso Foundation started in some capacity, right? I've always had this pull towards giving back and helping others, and I've been blessed and through some hard work and good opportunities, I found a lot of success with the game of basketball on a personal level. So everything kind of fell into place for me to be able to start a foundation and to give back to others. And I think one of the places that is always near and dear to my heart is College Station and the Texas A&M community. And so to get that started, I wanted to come back and one, have a golf tournament just because one, I love golf. That's my big hobby. But two, it seemed like the perfect event to just get a bunch of people together, talk about the foundation, get face to face, and just kind of hang out and spend some time together because I don't get to come back to College Station and hang out as much as I'd like to.
You're gonna have some friends there too, some maybe former teammates, some buddies.
Yeah, we'll have some people come in town. I know Billy Kennedy's in town, and he's definitely going to be out there. Hopefully, some other faces will show up too. But really, just excited to kick off the foundation. I mean, the turnaround for this has been a couple months. Like I said, just the first one, I'm just trying to get it going. Right, I'm just trying to get feet on the ground, faces in front of faces, and just kind of get everything going. And then I think from here we'll be able to build and. As I continue to grow, the foundation will grow and it can do some great things.
Alex, what do you think when you come back to town, right? Bryan and College Station, just this whole Brazos Valley, and when you were a kid to what it's become now, because it's not a small town anymore. It's still got the small town charm, but it's changed.
Yeah, every time I come back, there's a new road or a new construction project. It's been like that since I was a kid. I remember when I lived in the Castlegate community in South College Station, and Greens Prairie was just a 2-lane road, and there was cows where that HEB used to be. So that's always been a standard for College Station and the Brazos Valley's growth, and they continue to do that. But every time I come back, I always it's good to see the growth, but I always go back to the staples, right? I always go to like Copy Bridge, Wings and More, see the old familiar faces of my family and friends that still live there, and it brings it back to kind of that nostalgia feeling of when I was a kid.
By the way, for those who want to be involved in the event on Monday, email alexcarusofoundation@gmail.com. That's where you can get some more information. Somebody will get back to you. Let's just talk about your story for a minute, because I don't think you're probably surprised at the success you've had. But if you could have told young high school version of yourself that this is going to be your story, or even when you're at Texas A&M, would you have been surprised? Would you have been like, yeah, that's what I was destined to do?
Yeah, I don't know if I would have believed you if I was, 16, 17 years old and you told me I'd have, my own foundation, an NBA championship, some personal accolades, and we're going on year 8 in the league. I don't know if I would have outright believed you then, but for me, man, I've always just been so competitive with myself. I think there would have been some type of self-belief in the back of my mind. I've been like, yeah, no, I think we could do that. We could probably achieve all that. But yeah, I think just being present from when I was, maybe even younger than that, from middle school to high school, even through A&M, just kind of being a prisoner of the moment and taking everything, one punch as it's thrown. I think that's kind of been the key for me to have a lot of success, personally, and then also just through my career, just always kind of ready for the next challenge.
What did the endorsement from LeBron mean to you? Maybe the way others looked at you when you've got, the face of the NBA, like loving your game. Did it do anything internally? What did it do maybe externally?
Oh, it definitely gives you confidence. Someone of that stature, but also just from a basketball perspective, someone that's that smart and that skilled, Like you said, face of the NBA, arguably greatest player of all time conversation. Like that means a lot. And I think it kind of, gave me the confidence in myself to really believe that what I was doing was right. The things that I was good at, that I knew I was good at, could actually contribute and be, a deciding factor in NBA games. Like that's all I ever wanted, was to be out there at the end of the game and have a chance to win, because like you said, really competitive guy. So at the end of the day, that's kind of what I'm most worried about. And if I got a chance to be out there, that's what I'm asking for.
Where have you seen your game evolve from maybe your time at A&M? Where do you think you've seen the most growth?
Yeah, I think just confident in everything that I do. I don't second guess myself nowadays. Like I know exactly what I want to do defensively, when I want to shoot it, how I want to attack. And then I think just the mental part of the game, like resetting every night in the NBA is a big deal. Like playing 82 games or however many it is, that you play during the year. It's a task to shut it off for 12 hours, go to practice the next day, and then ramp it back up, every 2 days or on back to backs, 4 and 6 nights, whatever it is. So growing in that aspect was something that professional basketball really taught me. And then obviously just continuing to work on, my shot, my offensive part of my game. I think I shot just over 40% on 4 or 5 attempts last year. That's a high level number for an NBA guy, let alone, basketball in general. So just really, really appreciative that I gave myself the opportunity by putting in the work, all these years and all these summers.
Career highs last year in games played, points per game at 10, rebounds per game 3.8, assists per game 3.5, field goal percentage 46.8, three-point percentage 40.8, steals per game 1.7. And also, if this means something to you or not, I just saw one of my somebody on our team here tell us, on NBA 2K25, you have a perimeter defense of 94, second on the game. Did you know that?
I saw that the other day. Yeah, somebody either tweeted it or I saw it on Instagram. Good for 2K. Good on them showing some love finally.
Yeah. And just what about your new adventure there at Oklahoma City, a team that has so much talent, and people are saying you could be the missing piece?
Yeah, I think that team, obviously, their success last year speaks for themselves. Being first in the West is a tall task, just because of the buzzsaw that the Western Conference is and how much talent there is. And it's weird now because we added a couple pieces in the offseason. They re-signed some of their young guys. Me, Isaiah Hartenstein, I think two phenomenal basketball players, and I think fit really well within the team. Just looking at it on paper, I think we do a lot of stuff that those guys need and can contribute and help them be successful. So for me, like I said earlier, you got to stay in the present, right? That's kind of been the key to success. So we're going to keep doing that. But obviously, high expectations. I'm excited just to get to know, some of my new teammates. Obviously, Mark Dagnall, our head coach, he coached me when I was in Oklahoma City in the G League my first year. So we have a great relationship. I know what to expect out of him. He knows how to coach me and really push me. So really just, if there was one word to describe it, just excited, excited to get going.
Alex, as focused as you are, do you have time to kind of watch a little Aggie sports? Maybe the basketball team with Buzz this past year, baseball making it their run all the way to the championship, and football, the changes with Coach Elko?
Yeah, of course. Besides, I have a soccer team in England, Manchester City, that I watch, but other than that, A&M is the sole, it's all I have room for left in my head and during the basketball season. Yeah, I always support those guys, and then I talk to some of the basketball players throughout the year, just shoot them a text, and if I see something, or just giving them, some motivation to try and keep going and move on to the next game.
Is Pep your guy? Is he the best in Europe?
Oh yeah, for sure. Probably of all time.
Well, just so I hope I don't make an enemy of you, I'm a Real Madrid guy, so I know the last 3 years has been between our two teams.
Yeah, that's been the ongoing theme for the last 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah. Hey,
it's a good battle. It's a good battle.
Let's close out with just some final thoughts on Monday. Folks that want to be involved, why it's going to be such a cool event, and what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, I think just like we started at the beginning of the show, I'm excited just to start the foundation. Like there's so much I want to do to give back, and I'm learning as I go, just figuring out the best way to set it up for success so people can, one, benefit from it, and then also, endorse it, help it grow. And then Monday, 8/26, right? I think we have a handful of foursomes available left. If anybody, some latecomers that want to play some golf Monday, you can go to that. You can email Alex Caruso Foundation at gmail.com, and they'll give you more information on it. But it's going to be a great event. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, the kickoff. This will probably be the smallest it'll ever be as far as attendance and enrollment. So if you have any interest in winning prizes, this is probably your year to get in and do it. But super excited to get the foundation going and looking forward to giving back to the Brazos Valley over the coming years.
Alex, I'm a hoops junkie, so this is a real thrill to talk to you. I love defense. Like, that's what I like to watch, so it's so much fun to watch you out there represent Texas A&M on the global scale, man. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, of course, man. Nick, thanks for having me.
Take care. Alex Caruso there on the Boss Firearms Hotline.